What's going on YouTube? Did you get Arian Brown going by Air Credit up for the channel? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new and when you guys come on in, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And we are going to be here talking about some things that we can put in place in order to help us become better, responsible individual, no matter what age you are. Typically for those who are adults adults. That could be 18 to however old you are. However, if you are 20 years old, I want to be the first to say that is the perfect time to start setting yourself up in order to create a better financial future, all while remaining present. So, with that being said, I am not your financial advisor. Anything that I share with you all is strategically and strictly based upon my experience, and this is only for educational purposes only. I cannot tell you guys what to buy, sell, or hold. All right, you all. So we know to always have our plan in place in order to make wise financial decisions. Then we want to start that emergency fund of this for starters $1,000. If you cannot start with $1,000, do what you can. Do what you can. Even $100 will help you out. In today's time, even $50 will help you out. You never know. So, but the goal is to keep it at $1,000 just for starters until you are able to add more to it. But after you do that $1,000 strategy, you then want to start minimizing and lowering your debts, meaning anything that is not going up in value is considered to be bad debt. Okay, so once we have these things understood, hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm here. So once we get these things in place, we want to make sure that we keep doing these things. And like I said, things could be considered boring, but that's okay. But always remember, thanks for liking the video. But always remember that the best things in life are free, to be honest with you. The older you get, the more you realize and you start to understand, like, hey, I don't need to make this investment. I don't need to make this purchase. Hey, welcome to the YouTube, you guys. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate that. How you get scammed? Oh, man. We have to be careful, you all. Let's hear what he has to say. Animal 6'7". He got scammed, you all. I'm here. I'm gonna wait on you, but I'm gonna keep going with the information until I see your comment. I lost all my cash in a game. Oh man. So when you guys start implementing certain things and to put in place, and we have to be careful. And always remember, if it's too good to be true, 9 times out of 10 it is. Hey, you all, thanks for joining the YouTube channel. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. If it's too good to be true, 9 times out of 10 it is. So we have to be careful. We have to be mindful. Okay, so with that being said, okay, I'm finna shout you all out. I have Animal 6'7" in the building. I have Gabby in the building. I have Paulo in the building. You all, if we are doing things to set ourselves up, we have to be careful. If it's too good to be true, 9 times out of 10 it is. Okay. Once we start setting these things up in place, we then want to start rinse, washing, and repeating, meaning that we are going to be strategic about what we're spending our money on. How much are we, traveling? How much are we taking vacations? How much we are going on trips? How much we are eating out? Do things strategic. It is okay to do things in moderation, but at the same time, you all, we have to be mindful, because in today's world and in this economy, things are through the roof, especially for my people who are in the United States of America, like me. We have to be mindful. With that being said, you are in control over your own choices, decisions, mistakes, wins, lessons. Notice I didn't say losses, only lessons. Okay, so once we have these things in place, We are going to always implement things in order to help us to stay pivoted. We want to remain pivoted, meaning that, okay, if I got this plan in place, if I have this in place, how could I make it better? Or if it's not broken, you do not have to fix it. If you are doing things strategic, keep going. Just keep going. We always have to remember to be able to continue to move forward. That is all that matters. We have to keep putting one foot in front of the other always. But we want to be mindful. Something fair. We want to be mindful on the things that we are spending our money on. Okay, now we have that out the way. We want to then keep going over the information and things like that to want to be able to start learning about investing. And remember, the younger and the sooner you start is always best. I don't care if you invest $5 a day. I wouldn't care if you guys start to invest $25 a week, $50 every 2 weeks, $100 a month. As long as you start. Okay, he said I got scammed in the steel. Praying for it. It's a game. Oh man. But how did the scam occur? How did that happen? How was that possible? We have to be mindful, you all. Learn to set things aside. Don't be so risky with your funds. Don't be so risky. Always have some type of information and knowledge on where your money is going. He said, I don't know. Man. So, okay, I have a better question for you. How much did you lose? How much did you lose? That sucks though. Nobody likes to lose any type of money like that, especially getting scammed. We have to be mindful. Like, in today's time, people don't mind taking from you if you allow them to. Okay, so you all, once we have these things in place, we want to then, like I said, keep it always leads to that rinse, wash, and repeat cycle. So now that we have those things in place, we want to keep going over certain information in order to educate and learn about investing, meaning that you're going to have your investment vehicle in mind, whether that be, some people like to do day trading. That's no, that's a high risk tolerance. Some people like to do day trading. Some people like to do stock market, like far as stocks and bonds, but all of it is being invested into the stock market. Some people like to do cryptocurrency. Some people like to do Bitcoin. Some people like to do gold. As long as you have the information and you know about those things, go for it. But like I said, I can't tell you what to buy, sell, or hold. But you want to be in control over where your money is going. How are you using your money? How often will you do certain things in order to keep track of what you're spending and what you're using? Hey, thanks for joining the YouTube. If you guys start setting yourselves up for a rainy day, meaning that emergency fund, start lowering and minimizing and paying off your debt. He said, I lost 67. Is it there? Oh, I'm not familiar on what that is. You have to educate me on that. I'm not too sure what that is. But once we have certain things in place, we have to keep going over things. Sometimes we have to make adjustments. And with the adjustments that we are making, we want to still make sure that it is lining up with what we have going on. So I have been on the live screen for about 10 minutes and 25 seconds here in a few seconds. So you all, I just wanted to jump on here real quick. But like I said, you all, keep a plan in place. Know where your money is going. Always have a plan for your funds. Do not overspend. Always do things at a limit. Know what you're going to spend. Okay, we know to pay ourselves first. Hey, Cody in the building. Thanks for liking the YouTube live stream on this evening. Make sure we are doing things that is going to help us. And with that being said, you all, it's almost like we have to be willing to sacrifice some things in order to help us. You know, never spend more than you make. That is the whole strategy. Like, no matter what you get paid, because it's not about the amount of money that you get paid, it is all about financial literacy. We have to learn to, spend less than what we make. We have to get there though. Hey, how are you? We have to get there though. And it's always mind over matter, you know. Always mind over matter, no matter what. Mind over matter. Yes, indeed, for sure. We have to become more responsible. We have Rebecca in the building. How are you, Rebecca? How are you? Be sure to hit the like button for me, please. And make sure to subscribe to the channel. And remember, you guys, information is free. You know, information is free. But we have to take the initiative and be willing to learn something new each and every day. But information is free. Information is free. Start listening to audiobooks. Start watching and listening to podcasts and things of that nature. Read more. Journal more. Do things in order to help you. Gotta tighten up. I had to come on here though and talk with you all. It's actually been a minute. I was on here this morning, but as far as this week, it has been a minute since I checked back in with you all. But I've been consistent for the past few months. But I'm back. So you guys be sure to start going and looking over your information. Always be willing to budget. If you can find things that you can tighten up in a certain area, do it. And learn to celebrate the small wins. No matter what. Learn to celebrate the small wins. Period. Learn to celebrate the small wins. We are 14 minutes into this live screen. And if a person is looking for more things to do outside of a job, because in the United States of America, with the way this economy is going, you have to work more than one job sometimes. But if you can have a main job that's full time, you can pick up like a side gig. Example, DoorDash, Lyft, Uber Eats, anything that'll help you out. There's so many ways to try to get enough to start. You know what I'm saying? Putting into the stock market. But the early you start investing, the better, because of this thing called compound interest. And once we have an idea and understand what compound interest does, you'll be good to go. But the goal is to keep it in the market as long as you can without having to touch your investments. Meaning that If you set yourself up to where you do not have to touch your investment, meaning that emergency fund. So anything outside of that $1,000, if you're not knocking down your debt, paying off things, you do not have to save it, but you can always try to add to it if you feel like something is coming up and you want to get ahead of that. Put a little bit more in there, sometimes, but not all the times. Because sometimes you do have to give your safety net a safety net. And that is totally fine. But the goal is to just start with something, depending upon your financial situation. Nobody's financial situation is never the same. So only you know what you have to do. Who is that? I understand that Babu got Babu in the building. Thanks for joining the YouTube. How are you? So yeah, you all, man, just be mindful, Hit the like button for me, you guys. Hit the like button. It helps the channel reach more people. But we are putting things in place in order to help us, you know. Just becoming responsible. It takes us a while sometimes to get there, but when you hit a certain, thank you, I saw that. When you hit a certain age, you're gonna lock in. One day, some way, somehow, you're gonna lock in because you want to start to try to do things differently in life, and it comes with growth. It comes with maturity. So, you know. But the sooner you guys learn about investing, the better. I promise you, it's gonna save you a whole bunch of time. Like, it's gonna save you a whole bunch of time. You know. So far as brokerages accounts, after we choose our investment vehicle, like how we want to invest, stocks and bonds, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, um, gold, day trading, however we're gonna do it, we then have to choose an outlet, a platform, which could be Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Webull, Acorns, Moomoo, Vanguard. Just do your own due diligence of research. That way, when you get on there and you start answering the few questions that they ask you, they will help you determine your risk tolerance. Meaning, would you be considered to be low risk, which is conservative? No matter, it's depending upon your financial situation. That way, you can't say, man, I ain't never had the money to invest. No, they're gonna help you determine your risk tolerance. Some people like to go moderate. Some people like to go aggressive, depending upon your financial situation. That's all that matter. But as long as you are investing early, that's the whole strategy. When you start investing early, that is what's gonna help you out. Doesn't really matter how much. Just start investing early, and have the mindset to never touch it. That's why setting an emergency fund in place is so important. So important. So yeah, you all do those things. I'm telling you, look into it. It's like once you see it, you cannot unsee it. You know? Hi, got Iceberg in the building. Thanks for joining the YouTube screen. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So once we have these things, it's almost like, man, we learn and we grow more each and every day that we get. We learning and we growing each and every day that we get. So keep that in mind. That's something to keep you guys going on your financial journey. But the goal and strategy is to clear off and clear out as much debt as you possibly can. Absolutely. Thank you. Absolutely. And I see that like, by the way. Thank you so much. But as soon as you guys start to invest, the better. The earlier, the better. I'm telling you. It saves you. Like, seriously, you want to have something So we are 20 minutes into this live screen. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So we are 20 minutes into this live screen once again. And I'm going to be getting out of here. Air Credit Up is signing out. Who are they that just joined me though? Hold on before I leave up out of here. Who are they that just joined me? Okay, he left back out. Okay, Air Credit Up is now signing out. You guys have a lovely rest of your day, morning, evening, night, wherever you're watching from, all over the world. Bye.